The Simpsons underrated moments that aren't talked about enough. Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Laffy Tunes. The Simpsons had a lot of classic, often talked about episodes that remain perennial favorites. Episodes like March versus the Monorail and the highly popular Treehouse of Horror episodes have staked their claim in pop culture history and are highly regarded by viewers across the globe. However, there are a few episodes that aren't talked about much. In today's video, we take a look at the Simpsons episodes that needs to be appreciated more. Stay tuned. Still This Episode, Season 25. Still This Episode had a lot going on, all centered around illegal streaming and downloading of movies and TV show. In this episode, Homer begins illegally pirating movies only to be caught by FBI and put on trial. However, once Hollywood executives realize they can make money off Homer's stories, they drop all charges and instead make a movie showing Homer as a hero despite his crime. What fans might not realize is that the episode's title is a take on Still This book, the infamous 1971 book about fighting back against large corporations and the government. Still This Episode is an extremely smart episode truly deserving more recognitions. Homer formed his band, Season 19. That 90s show, Homer forms an angsty grudge band while in college called Sadgasm. The band is clearly a spoof on Nirvana, and Homer even wears a striped sweater just like Kurt Cobain. One of Sadgasm's hit song was Margarine, a play on Bush hits Glycerine. Sadgasm both poke fun at 90s music while also bringing a hefty dose of nostalgia for fans of the era. The episode had also tons of other 90s references like guest spots from Weird Al and MTV's Kurt Loder, and of course, emotional segments that use Semisonic's Closing Time. And the first bittersweet symphony that 90s shows hilariously captures the 90s in a fun and nostalgic way. Lisa meets Malibu Stacy, Season 5. In an episode that was decades ahead of its time, Lisa takes on the toy industry and demands a more empowering Malibu Stacy doll, which if you look closely is very clearly modeled after Barbie. In the episode, Lisa goes to visit Stacy Lovell, played by the famous Kathleen Turner, the founder of Malibu Stacy. However, when Lisa arrives, she discovers that Lovell is now a miserable, washed-up alcoholic, which was quite risky and brave for Kathleen Turner because at the time, the same rumors were spreading around Hollywood about her. In reality, Turner's issues stem from her struggles with rheumatoid arthritis, a disease she kept hidden from the press because she feared Hollywood would never cast an ill woman. The episode hits closer to home than anyone at the time knew. Homer Gets Meta, Season 11. Bart the Daredevil quickly became one of the Simpsons' most popular episodes. It features Homer accidentally jumping across the Springfield Gorge after convincing Bart not to be a daredevil. In the episode Behind the Laughter, which was a parody of the popular VH1 docuseries Behind the Music, this moment was revisited in a hilarious way. In the style of a VH1 show, Homer's watched his ill-fated son while being filmed by a documentary crew, given an in-depth look into what happened and the disastrous impact it had afterward, such as endless therapy sessions and an addiction to painkillers. Behind the Laughter is one of the best examples of when The Simpsons went meta and mocked itself. We put the spring in Springfield, Season 8. In this Season 8 classic, Bart gets in trouble for breaking a statue of an old Gothic manor. To make up for this, the home's mysterious owner Belle puts Bart to work. As he steps inside, Bart quickly discovers that the manor is actually a burlesque house, and that many of Springfield's men are inside. The episode was inspired by the absolutely strangest musical, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, and the climax even featured its own musical number, We Put the Spring in Springfield, which is all about how every town needs a friendly neighborhood burlesque house. The song even won an Emmy for outstanding music and lyrics, and the musical number became so popular that it was even featured on the album Go Simpsonic with the Simpsons. Lisa in the Mega Church, Season 13. In this holiday episode, Homer and Bart accidentally destroy the church with a model rocket. Luckily, corporate sponsors agree to help rebuild it. Upon re-entering, Lisa is disgusted by the blatant consumerism in the house of worship. Outside the church sits a giant neon Jesus statue, and inside there are advertisements for Dove Beer, the Quickie Mart, Zip Boys, and more. The episode's message was both referencing the biblical story about money changers in the temple while also criticizing modern big-budget megachurches and high-profile evangelists who preach the prosperity gospel. The episode was sharp, honest, and easily one of the best in the entire series. When Homer realizes John is gay, Season 8. In this groundbreaking 1997 episode, Homer discovers that his new friend John, portrayed by the legendary filmmaker John Waters, is actually gay. The moment comes after Homer makes friends with John, who owns a local oddities and collectible shop. After telling Marge how great he is, Marge informs Homer that John prefers the company of men. and Homer's discriminations of homosexuals is revealed. The episode spoke to America's actual misunderstanding and a fear of the LGBTQ+ community at the time, and Homer's phobia would go on to win an Emmy and GLAAD Media Award. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.